early.
What's good, folks? We are back. Another episode of Early.
Back at it.
Yeah, man. Happy to be here.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? There's so much going on in the sports world, bro. That's why I'm saying I'm happy to be here. This is gonna be a sports-heavy episode.
You know
what I'm saying?
It's one of those. It's the
fall.
ladies, if you're not, it's one of those. So
no motivational
it's
shit.
It's all right. All right. This is really
There's
sport.
no motivational shit in this one. But
nah,
there's so much shit going on right now, and I mean, where do we begin? You know what I'm saying? Devontae Adams, you know what I'm saying? He's been talking about wanting to be moved basically since the season started. You know what I'm saying? And
kind
it's funny.
Passively though, right?
Passively.
Not saying trade me, but
very,
just
very
like,
passive aggressive.
Just
with it.
exactly.
My hamstring hurts.
Yeah, right. You know. Yeah.
But he finally got moved to the Jets, and what I'll start with is I heard a very funny quote from what's the Jets owner name? Woody something?
Damn, Woody Johnson?
Woody Johnson or something like that. He said, basically they asked him like how much influence Aaron Rodgers had. And he was like, he had no influence. I didn't talk to him at all about this. He said, I made the decision. He was sounding very like a husband who's like, no, my wife doesn't make the decisions. I do. Right, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that.
Trying to save face.
Yeah, trying to save face. I'm like, bro, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's like, all right, let me see. Lazard is on the team. Nathaniel Hackett joined the team. Even last year, Randall Cobb joined the team.
Randall Cobb was on that motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of concessions.
It's like basically the Green Bay Packers. You know what I'm saying? It's basically the Green Bay Packers from 2012,
I'm not
2014.
gonna lie, like, I've always fucked with Aaron Rodgers, and actually, like, his demeanor and stuff like that is cool with me. Like, I've laid back and chill.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna lie, how. His like tenure during the Jets kind of been kind of weird because I'm like, I know
rubbing you the wrong way.
Everybody, yeah, it's just like I know the whole franchise just capitulating to this guy, and I'm just more so on some, you really gotta win a bowl, bro.
I was about to say, bro, there better be a bowl on the other end of this.
Or I'll say this: you better like get there at least, so it's like a hope
we can taste it.
Not no NFC, AFC, none of that. Like,
don't win your division and that's it.
No, that's not enough because it's like I've never. I've seen the Brady. I've seen the Brady go to the Buccaneers. We've seen the Manning. And
he didn't. And Brady didn't. I mean, other than bringing Gronk over there,
I'm sure the concessions there were right. And
outside of Gronk, maybe LeGarrette Blount. I feel like I heard he was making a play for LeGarrette Blount to come over there.
Nah, for sure. And I'm more so saying like, sure, these players do get their concessions. Like,
but also too, Tom Brady's got 5-6 bowls. I'll give him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what we need to get there. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? If you say we need the water boy that you had, I'll do that. 100%. You know what I'm saying?
And I do like Payton. I don't really recall making too many. Anyway. Yeah. He's just kind of got his bread.
I feel like Denver had weapons.
They had Emmanuel
because
Sanders.
Tebow.
They went to the. It was ready to go.
They went to the playoffs with Tebow a couple years before that. You know what I'm saying?
It was plug and play. Yeah, that was what it was.
And that defense was crazy.
100%. Yeah, definitely like a historic type D.
Yeah.
But with Aaron, I'm just more so on so, and then the Achilles injury. That we do have to. That also it delayed everything 1 year, and. I know this is kind of the Jets they realized after the game, the Bills had beat them, that this team currently constructed won't do it.
So you're talking about this past week.
Right. So I think that's why I think that Devontae Adams was kind of like, of course they were like, yo, we would like to get him.
As soon as the game was over, they got on the phone. They got on the phone.
Let's seal the deal.
What do y'all need to make this happen?
Right. And I just want to know, I just hope Eric is mindful, Garrett Wilson,
he's still over there.
His shit kind of got stunted a little bit this year for whatever. I don't know if you're not like Lazard is getting them targets. Like Lazard definitely getting a lot of targets thrown his way. You have Mike Williams not really really featured as much as you would have thought he would be coming over there. So I'm just like, all right, Devontae Adams, that gives you like a. I thought Garrett was the number one, but Devontae is the number one. So now I'm just like, all right, the receiving core is lethal.
It's
lethal. And fucking you have fucking Breece Hall and Braylon. Like, this is fucking tough.
And Breece Hall, Breece
now
Hall
your line is questionable for sure, and then the defense, it looks like Hassan Reddick. They're not it looks like he's about to get traded because they're not about to
I
give him
heard
that long term.
Yeah, I heard that.
So I'm just, and they also moved Salah, and I'm like, a lot of players felt a type of way. They fuck with Salah. So kind of back to your point, I'm like, Aaron, with these coaching changes and all of that, I'm not gonna put that all on Aaron, but I feel like there's just a lot of turbulence, and I'm like, realistically, y'all want me to think this is gonna result in a Super Bowl run? It's like, damn, just fuck everybody else, right? Y'all about to just make this run because y'all record as is 2-4 too. Mm-hmm. You have to like literally turn your season around. Mm-hmm. So do I like Devontae on the joint? Yeah, but is it? I still think the end result at the end of the season is y'all are going to be disappointed, and it will be a
like
disappointing
playoffs
season.
Yeah,
like
miss the playoffs.
I think they have to fight. I'm more so maybe they get in, and even if they get in, I don't see them going far. But it's not a guarantee they even get in. So I don't know how I feel about their moves. I love the Bills' move a lot more than
Cooper?
what the Jets did.
Oh, that's
and
the
not
Amari
because
Cooper
I think Amari's
trade?
better than Devontae, because he's not. But Amari Cooper is a legitimate one on that team.
Yeah. I mean, he is the number one on that team because you can't even name any Bills receivers right now.
I'll put it like this.
I can't.
So you got Kincaid, you got the rookie Keon Coleman, and you got Shakir, Khalil. Khalil Shakir. I think. Yeah,
that's my point.
No. So to your point, what I'm basically saying is, shout out to Josh Allen because he's having a great year with what he has. And shout out James Cook, really solid running back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you give Josh Allen a legitimate one, that helps all of the receivers.
Yeah.
All of the receivers will now be old. They become more impactful as the targets. And
you got a key and double key
runner,
on
right?
Amari Cooper.
100%. So I do think this opens up the Bills' offense a lot more, and that was a great little counter move to, Jets did that? Well, like they did it right after.
Were they trying to get Devontae Adams or something?
I'm sure they were, but they didn't have the money. Amari Cooper literally restructured his contract on the Browns. Yeah. It literally was a no-brainer for the Bills. They didn't have to pay him much to do it. Devontae Adams would have been considerably more. So I do think impact-wise, because I also think the Bills, funny enough, the Jets are on some Super Bowl aspirations right there at the top of the season. I think the Bills low-key thought this might be a little semi-rebuild.
Really?
Quickly found out, we're good.
We're like what? No, they're like what? Four? They're like 3 and something. They're like 4-1 or
4-1 or maybe four,
like
something like that.
They're right there. They're like top 5, top 6 records.
Yeah, but I think quickly they found out they're like, we're competitive. Yeah. This team is good.
Yeah.
So now that's them kind of like doubling down. Like, no, we're trying to take it all the way this year. We're good. And the Bills defense, I thought was a little underrated.
To your point, though, not that I had no thoughts in my mind like this. Like the Bills seeing this as any kind of like rebuild or anything kind of year. But to your point, you make a good point in the sense that when you look at the landscape, especially of the AFC, the Bills the Bengals aren't doing anything. You know what I'm saying? So like, the Bills are winning games. Not to say that
the Bengals are coming. They're on their.
I'm not worried about the
again
Bengals.
That they always do.
That's what
they're doing that shit again. They're literally doing that again. I mean, it's
I think
so
I saw
crazy,
a stat
bro.
like the last 3 or 4 years in a row, they've started off 1-3.
It's so crazy.
I think they're 1-4 now. But look at the L's that they took.
Line is crazy.
Look at the L's that they took. They lost on a field goal to the Ravens. They lost by 1 score to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're right there. Like
100%.
a couple of plays differently, they could be 4-1 and not 1-4.
And
you know
even though
what I'm
the
saying?
Steelers have a better record, I'm like, trust me, Steelers.
There's a fall off for them coming.
Man.
Not that there's a fall off for them coming, but they're winning some games that
trust me,
are questionable. You know what I'm saying?
I'm more so like Steelers is like, again, it's like that Tomlin magic. Y'all know the niggas are not gonna be under 500. You can tell that. You can already tell that again. So it's like
they're winning their games in the front of the season.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they give them some slack towards the end of the season.
Definitely want to get into that little quarterback controversy a little bit.
Yeah,
later,
we can get into that for sure. But I do want to just to touch on the Amari Cooper
Bills move. Yeah,
that move. Yeah, to me, one, I'm looking at it as okay. So the Browns are just tanking. They're blowing everything up. Like what are they doing?
they need to tank. They weren't tanking.
Yeah.
They've been losing these games.
Yeah.
Like, let's not
facts,
give them credit to like, oh, they've been no, y'all been losing.
Yeah.
Now y'all
like they're
tank.
not throwing them. No.
Y'all been trying. Y'all been let's not lie. Y'all been trying to win.
No, but that's not necessarily what I meant by tanking. But I'm like, they're just blowing that team up. Is that what that is? Like,
now
you get rid of Amari Cooper, who's probably your best offensive player.
Now that you make that trade, I think.
Where's Nick Chubb?
I think
I haven't seen Nick Chubb at all.
I mean, to be honest,
this year.
if I'm Chubb, I'm like,
me next.
I'll be like, my knees still like whole time it's not, but like I'm good. Like
it don't feel right.
You can trade me,
because what Lonzo Ball do?
And then I'm gonna
when
demand a trade and pass my physical with fucking flying colors. Like, get me out of here. Like, nah, because if I'm Nick Chubb, I mean, look, if I'm Nick Chubb, I am an elite running back.
There's no rush to come back.
What do I want to come back to?
So y'all can lean on me?
No.
Yeah.
Deshaun? No. Like, Amari is gone, so now it's just me.
Now y'all gonna lean on me heavy.
Now the real rumblings are Browns do right by Miles, get him out of there.
Oh,
like, like, get him out of there, man. Get him out. Like, trade him because y'all not doing shit. And Miles, I don't want to. I'm not trying to say no drop off, but it's just like get him out of there now because him just being like the guy there, it's not getting any better.
He's gonna get
discouraged. You won't get any better
yeah.
either, Miles. You know what I'm saying? So I do think he need to move, and like an interesting place would be like, you know, the Lions making a move for him, or you hear the Lions trying to make a move for
that Aiden Hutchinson injury. That shit was nasty, and it sucks. Like, if there's some players where you see him go down, and I'm just like, damn, bro, like you were ball. He did it on a sack too. You know what I'm saying?
Having a career year.
Really like after having a career year last year. You know what I'm saying? So
and he's a hometown kid.
That's what I'm saying. Went to Michigan, grew up in Michigan, like.
But
crazy.
One thing I will say is, the Lions are built to keep on without it, but how do you get a nigga like Myles Garrett? They are looking at a Max Crosby. They are looking at like
they're trying to acquire somebody like actively.
So right now they're saying, "Yo, are the Lions going to fill in that position?" And then next year can look towards having whoever they brought in and Aiden. But they're like, because the Lions do feel that they could go to the bowl, but they're like, do they need to shore it up? Their coach, you know, he was like, yo, this is next man up team.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah. And Dan Campbell's such a fucking great coach. Like when you even hear him speak,
coach.
you like, bro, he played. He's speaking to them like the players
can
hear.
You know what's so
funny? They can hear that. You know
what's so funny? Because like we just talked about Aiden Hutchinson being a Michigan guy. Dan Campbell, I think he played his whole career, his whole NFL career for the Lions.
You're right. Yeah.
Which is crazy. Mm-hmm. So it's like these motherfuckers know Detroit. They know the you know what I'm saying? It's Dan Campbell especially. Mm-hmm. But to your point about him being a great coach and like he's like exactly what Detroit needs.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Pressure after that shit happened and shit like that. He's like, yo, like that shit sucked. But he's like, yo, I'm coaching the guys that we got. Like, like we're good.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
You know, this is the next man up league.
And that team is too high powered.
Right,
I mean, way they beat Dallas, bro.
All facets, bro. Look at all facets.
All facets,
their
bro.
O-line and their D-line, like that's where the war. It was won on both. Like, bro, you cannot touch us.
That was like a clinic. And what's so funny about that is that earlier in that week, this guy Dak Prescott was like, somebody had said during the presser, they was like, you know, you guys have lost every home game. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, but like I want the fans to come out to this one because, you know, don't lose faith in us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know we've been dropping the ball at home, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody come out. We're going to show you these niggas lose 47-9. Did they even score a touchdown? They lose 47-9 or something like that. Like, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even the backup quarterback goes in, drives them down the field looking like they're about to score, and then throws the pick in the end zone. I was like, oh, nah, Dallas sucks.
You know, we were talking about a little rebuild earlier. I'll tell you what, Dallas is a prime example of a team that I guess they thought they were fighting for something this year. And the actual plan was, no. Y'all should have actually started y'all rebuild in the offseason because this team is nowhere near success.
No.
At all.
No.
And now I look at it because I've been a nigga that I'm like, I've been one of them that's been like, look, bro, I'm not saying Dak is a world beater, elite, but I'm just saying, where do you go if you don't have Dak?
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I kind of have to readjust that. I'm like, well, y'all are so bad, y'all might as well have blew this shit up. Like that mediocrity, that is the worst position to be in, the little record they got. Because it fool you into thinking, oh, if you make some changes, you start winning more. No, bro, this is an L. Yeah. I'm even looking at
the way that they're losing games.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the defense. I'm literally looking at the highlights, and I'm like, because I keep hearing the analysts, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't really watched a whole Dallas game this year yet. Like I'm watching the highlights. Yeah. And I'm hearing what everybody's saying about the softness. Niggas don't tackle, lazy. And I'm really looking, I'm like, yo, bro, like niggas really just be running through y'all. Like it's so crazy.
I think I'm hearing you say that, and I'm thinking about how they might have inflated egos, because you got to think about the last two years before this year. Everybody was talking about how nice their defense was because they was taking the ball away so much. But they think about all the takeaways they got. You know what I'm saying? Like Trayvon Diggs leading the league in interceptions.
Remember last year he tore his shit, was out for the year. So we're going 2 years back, right? We're going for that shit.
But even after that happened, I feel like the dude who played behind him, or the secondary, I feel like the secondary was still getting takeaways, because I remember
he was doing good.
Like I remember hearing that in the talks and stuff like that. So when we talk about their defense being so nice from a turnover standpoint, it kind of overshadows the fact that they're soft, or like they're not, like they give up a lot of yardage, you know what I'm saying, all that kind of shit. And when you're not getting takeaways like they haven't
just
been this
year, just
because
y'all take risks and shit,
exactly,
doesn't make y'all defense good.
Yeah, you know
it's
what I'm
like,
saying?
yo, I was literally just having this conversation with my boy. Like even on the basket, just because you getting steals and shit doesn't necessarily mean
you're a good defender.
You play risky in the lanes. Yeah, you could get something. But
high risk, high reward.
If you're right in front of a motherfucker, he can still burn you every time.
Exactly.
Yeah, you had 3 steals. Nigga, so what? Like you think you're
gave
defensive
up
player of the year?
30 points.
Rudy Gobert. Hello? This is defensive player of the year?
Wait, what you mean?
No, like more so like. You could put the numbers up.
Okay.
You can get the blocks. You can get the assists, but like look at the playoffs.
But that's what I'm saying. Rudy Gobert, Rudy Gobert's not a good defender.
Gobert, you get targeted. They say go to
Rudy not a good defender to you?
No, bro, Rudy was a liability in the playoffs. They had to put him on the bench.
I remember when I remember Luka cooking him, like, but he was out in the island where he's not supposed to be.
Yeah,
Rudy Gobert's a 3-time defensive player of the year.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is I'm not talking about him going out for the Luka shit's kind of like, yo, bro, I don't know how you find yourself in that situation.
Like, how did you find yourself?
Don't know how you find that in your situation. Anyway, but I'm saying just literally what he does in the paint. Like, look at his production in the playoff.
Yeah.
Never mind regular season. Okay. When the playoff come, it's like that defensive player of the year award is just poof. Where did he go? Everybody is bullying you, dunking up, getting boards over you. So it's I just use that like an analogy to just be like, yeah, sometimes the numbers be very misleading, and I think to your point, I think you said it perfectly in terms of that it is a team full of inflated egos. Yeah. And even like a nigga like Michael Parsons, right? Like as great as he is too, you know, he has his podcast. I just look at him as a distracting motherfucker.
He's a distracting.
Like y'all, like he be talking so
These
much.
niggas are celebrities.
Always
like, you know what I'm saying? Trayvon Diggs talking like he was going back and forth with Cameron when his shorty got pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, y'all need to lock in. You need to lock in. That's y'all talking too much.
Lock in. No,
lock in, bro. That's how I feel about. So they kind of like jokes, and I know it's kind of funny because Jerry Jones, like, you can literally see how shocked he is about like their status, and like, you know, he was on his radio show kirking them motherfuckers for asking him just questions.
Oh,
like,
Jerry Jones,
it's so funny, but so that shit's hilarious.
But to your point though, just to piggyback off the Dallas thing real quick, when we talk about so when you talk about
CD, they got the money.
No, that's what I was gonna say. And that's literally where I was going. So you say, so you were talking about how like, okay, if you have Dak, where do you go from here?
Where's
right?
the fucking running back, bro? There's no running game. No,
there's nothing.
Elliott and the other nigga averaging 25 rush yards a game.
They brought Elliott back.
Yo, that shit's when I knew. I was like,
bro, when I, because it's funny, I didn't even realize he was on that team until this week, and I was like, damn, wait. I was like, damn, has this nigga not been playing? And then I forgot that he went to the Patriots for a little bit. They sent him back in, and then he came back to Dallas. I was like, oh shit, like where's this nigga been? I mean, that's another humongous nigga, another humongous drop off from a nigga that they paid. This is a pattern. I'm trying to keep my train of thought, but so you just said how like with Dak Prescott, he's one of those quarterbacks that's like, you know, you're better off just keeping him. It's funny because I was saying the same thing at the beginning of the year when we were talking. I was saying the same thing about Trevor Lawrence, and now I'm looking at the Jags and I'm like, Was I wrong about that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, but the question still remains though, because there's only so many quarterbacks in the NFL. There's only so many niggas that can actually start on a team. 100%. So it's like, what do you do in that situation? You got a quarterback who you gave a lot of money to, and at the time I'm thinking, okay, maybe like what was it, 70M or something like that? I'm like, you know, that's a lot of money, but that's what the quarterback market is. But it's also too like, where else do you go with it, bro? Because there's only a handful of quarterbacks, and Trevor Lawrence, I think I was saying when it comes to quarterbacks, I feel like he's on the top half, not on the bottom half.
And do you still?
Although he's
because I remember
that's
this.
The question
I remember this convo.
That's what I'm saying. That's the question that I wonder. I'm watching the game last week, I'm watching the game last week, and I'm like, I don't know where I'm putting him at this point. Like,
and with you saying that. At the very least, at least I can say Dak can go to a team and have a fresh start, be a starter.
Is Dak on the top half or the bottom half?
He's on the top. He's on the top half, and I'm not trying to say that as like some raving glowing compliment. Yeah. Like you're top 15, you're there, Dak. Like I'll give you that. But and to follow up with that, Dak can start on another team. Another team can acquire Dak and feel like we got better at this position.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence is more so, we still waiting for you to get your ground beneath you and be like, I'm here, I'm a quarterback. Dak has had an MVP caliber seasons. He's done that. Last year being his best. Like, he's done that. He's like a 10-year, he's been here.
Yeah, he's been here for a minute.
Trevor is like, yo, bro, we keep giving you that. Yeah, you came in now 4 years ago. Like,
Golden boy. Now it's like, are you the guy?
Who are you? Like, yeah, bro, don't know. You know, and it's not, and I can't even say it's a shout out to Sam Darnold, because it's not even that situation. Sam Darnold lost his job sooner than Trevor Lawrence did.
Yeah.
He had like a year and a half, two, bench.
Yeah.
And he had his bench. He had to sit, lick his wounds, learn, travel around.
Did he go to Carolina?
He went to Carolina.
And he was
at the Jets. He went to Carolina. Yeah, he was just like a placeholder though, because they just got they knew they were gonna get a pick and they're gonna go get another quarterback. And I'm just like, yo, there's something to be said about developing these motherfuckers. And one thing about Trevor is like, now it is what it is. But back then,
I wouldn't even say. I feel like Trevor Lawrence at the time, he looked like a dude that could learn on the fly. He looked like he was being developed in his first. His rookie year was great. His second year was, I think, pretty good if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was. I was.
It's like now we just haven't seen him be better than those first 2 years. So it's like, where you going, bro? Like, what are you doing?
Starting to get a little far away from us. So yeah, I'm just like, yo, there's a lot to prove with him. So. I don't know, but to your point, man, Jaguars are in a bad place. Browns are in a bad place. Deshaun Watson, what do you do? What do you do?
I feel like it's like with the Browns,
you gotta just
with the Browns and Deshaun Watson, you take the L. But to me, taking the L means it
fucks you up for like 2 years.
Yeah,
the money,
just continue to be. Alone. Oh, so you say get rid of him?
Yeah, because he got the most. His whole
guaranteed.
His whole
all of it is guaranteed, which is crazy. But that's so crazy.
Him
bro.
And Dak
you get run out of Houston. You get shunned from Houston. They sit you, and then Cleveland goes in and completely rescues your career. Crazy. And it's like, what did you even? Maybe this is a crazy statement, but like, what did you show for you to be rescued like that?
Oh, I mean, it's people just reaching into the past, hoping you can do. It was them 2 seasons.
And the Browns are the kind of team that would do that. And it's like the Browns and the Jets. You know what I'm saying? Those are the teams that are like, please just be a shadow of what you were before.
And it makes you question who's running these franchises, because Joe Flacco wanted to come back.
And now he's balling. Not for money.
He didn't even want money like that. But
for the Browns or the Jets, because he played for both of them.
The Browns. He was willing to come back and they were like, "Nah, we're good. Like, Deshaun's gonna be healthy."
Yeah.
Like, all right.
And now he's balling for the Colts.
And trust me, right now, how many people you think in Cleveland aren't ready for Jameis Winston? Ain't that crazy?
Oh yeah, facts.
They are ready, because at least Jameis is a very likable motherfucker.
I
know the team will literally be geeked if he playing with them. Yeah. Like, Deshaun Watson don't inspire or motivate nobody.
Like,
I was going to say that. Like,
Jameis will motivate you, but I feel like he can move the ball down the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll take some
throw away
risk.
Amari though, so it's kind of like, damn, like,
who's he going to even throw to?
Are you throwing it away?
And Njoku, he got the tight end. That's it.
And he dropping shit. You know, like
he's been a liability with.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Another team though, I'll say. Who's another team that's, the Chargers look like they've been doing well. I still think they're not about nothing, but they've been all right. Who's another team that's
I'm not gonna lie.
Chiefs,
man. The Broncos fleeced me, bro. Like I thought the Broncos were decent. I thought they were decent, bro. I put them in a parlay on Sunday, and they got. I was like, I can see them upsetting the Chargers.
They're
washed.
Their D is good.
Yeah,
their D is good, but the offense, got.
I've been hearing a lot about Bo Nix because motherfuckers been throwing Bo Nix in the Jaden Daniels and Kyler Williams conversation. I mean, as far as like rookie quarterbacks are doing great this year. Look at Jaden Daniels. Look at Caleb Williams. Look at Bo Nix. How did these niggas get me like that?
Different levels, but Bo's doing cool.
No, he's not.
For the Broncos, they've been missing so much on these quarterbacks. Bo was a 4-year motherfucker. He looked like he might be there for a little bit.
And he can be there for a while. It's his first year.
100%.
I'm just saying how like they completely tricked me.
No, but let's talk about Jaden.
Let's go over there.
Like this boy is coming out the gate. And he really showing signs of, he's a real quarterback that can really move.
What did you think about how he played against the Ravens, or let's start with him. How he played against the Ravens. I was gonna say how the Commanders played, but Jaden Daniels specifically.
I think he did really well. I just really think I'm not even a meet your match. It's just this is the
better team. It's not your match.
This is a better
team that's better than.
But also too,
they game plan for a nigga that's just like you by practicing against Lamar every weekend or every week. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So like,
even though
you're not going to show them nothing. You're not going to show them nothing that they haven't seen. And the Ravens defense is better than the Commanders defense. Because I would say the Commanders defense. I'm not going to lie. The way that our defense has looked, except for the Cleveland game, but like we just said, Cleveland's on a whole nother stratosphere of bad.
Right.
We've looked bad against every other team. Our offense has just been able to outscore people. That's what I've been most like surprised with the Commanders this year is that our defense can give up 30 points, but our offense can go out there and score 33. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can't do that against the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't even give up 30 points. You know what I'm saying?
And I think the one thing about getting a quarterback like that is it opens people's eyes to the really good skill positions the Skins do have. Now you put in
Terry's going crazy.
Now you put respect on it because he been doing this stuff.
Yeah, facts.
Look at his quarterbacks that he had and what he was doing.
Yeah.
So now when you have Jaden, it's like, bro, this is a bona fide number one. Like, just give him a quarterback and you will see him every week. You'll always see him. That 1,000 yards ain't gonna go under the radar anymore. You will see it.
Yeah, facts.
So and Brian
Robinson was out, but
he's a really good.
We missed him against the Ravens, bro.
Tough.
When I heard Brian Robinson wasn't playing, because I didn't know he wasn't playing until the game started. I was like, oh my God, that's a big loss, bro. Because we could see it. Like, we weren't converting on third downs like we usually. Like, Brian Robinson, I don't think I've ever seen him get tackled in the backfield. You know what I'm saying? Give him the ball. He gets 2-3 yards at least.
That play be deadly when you can open it up.
Exactly. But we got Austin Eckler, who's a good running back.
That's a really great, like, bro, you got a really good two. Like, Austin Eckler and fucking Brian's. That is really fucking tough.
Yeah, and Austin Eckler had himself a good game against the Ravens. But like you said, we just played a team that was better than us. But as far as L's go that you can take,
loss. And I said I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, like as far as L's go that you can take, I think we lost by 6 points or something like that, or 7 points or something like that. So that's gonna be encouraging. But to me, the test is always what do we do this Sunday?
You see those game tickets, like that game has never been more anticipated in this area ever.
Yeah,
that Ravens and Skins game, like it was never been like. And
I'm looking in the stands, and it was a good mix of purple and red, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it was a good, obviously because we're right there, but it was a good. There was a lot of
spirit is alive.
There was a lot of Commanders fans in there. You know what I'm saying?
The spirit is alive, bro.
But I do think
this area is one of the best for sports when they do well. I really do believe, like when they do well, you do see it come out. But when not, like. When they don't though, there's a lot of other things that we can fucking get ourselves into. It's like LA. Like LA is like, yo, y'all better win. If not, nobody gives a fuck about the sports.
Especially when the Cowboys are doing well and the Commanders aren't.
Right.
Because there's so many, I don't know how it ended up this way, but there's so many Cowboys fans here. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they be out and they be loud. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because every regular season the Cowboys want to go crazy in the regular season, and there's always first round exit. You know what I'm saying?
Really quiet this year.
That's what I'm saying. I have not heard them. I've not heard them. I don't know where they are.
Did y'all move?
I don't know where they are. They're just not talking. They're like Jerry Jones getting mad when you want to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? When you want to talk to them, they get mad.
Yeah, man.
But I do think
a lot of parody.
It's to me though, the real interesting thing will be to see how they respond this week. I don't even know who they play this week. I don't got my laptop here.
We could definitely
but
check, yeah.
I feel like that's kind of the thing that always is interesting to me. As far as like when your team takes an L, how do they bounce? Especially a team like the Commanders, because you can string like the Commanders can string L's together very quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like they can put L's together very quickly. So I got to see how they bounce back this weekend, especially with the rookie quarterback.
I got a question for you. How do you feel about
play the Panthers? We got to bounce back.
Yeah.
Play the Panthers. We got to bounce back.
That's a good correction.
Yeah, that's a good bounce back.
Nice.
That's a good bounce back spot for sure.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about Tomlin making the move to go back to Russell? How you feel?
That's interesting to me.
Yeah,
that's
because they just announced it, I think yesterday.
Yeah. On the one hand, it's what you got. He was injured or something.
He was context. He got injured at the first game of the season. Justin's came in. Justin has 10 total touchdowns to 1 pick. They're 4-2, and they're 4-2.
Oh.
But then at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So, the TD, the interception rate is great and all that, but they are also, I think, 27th, 28th in the pass game.
I was going to say,
and there you got picking, you got something. So is it like, I guess, is this Tomlin saying we need more production out of our, the Steelers D is legit.
Yeah.
It's legit. But the offense is kind of just like, trucking along and making it work. We're not being costly, but it is game managing to the fullest.
This is why
and I think Russell might be able to, open it up more, spark it up more, and that's why he's doing it. And I guess, but at the same time, I'm like, I got to be really careful about that situation because Justin was a starter that did not deserve to even lose his job, but he did in the Bears. And now he came over here and
he lost his job in the Bears, or he just got moved. He never got benched last year.
Yeah, to me,
finished the season as a starter, I think.
To me, I'm like, when the Bears are like, "Oh, Caleb's coming, Justin's good," they gave up. and it's not your fault.
They look at it. What's that meme?
Really crazy.
What's that meme when the guy's walking with his shorty in his hand and he's looking back? That's exactly what they did with him.
It was kind of nuts to their side. Caleb Williams over the last 3 weeks has looked really good.
Oh yeah, no. I think it's a good move
but he has looked
Caleb
good.
Williams was a good pickup.
Started a little,
you know what I'm saying? And they was even talking about the Bears fans are looking at Jaden Daniels like, should we have gotten him? I'm not mad. Like Caleb Williams is coming around.
If you
know what I'm saying?
if
the Bears are 4-3 or 4-2 or something like that, or 3 and
no, 4-2.
Yeah.
If you look at some of the throws he makes, you be like, like it's not like never mind the stat. If you just look at it, you be like, niggas can't make that throw. Like he do some shit that it's like, oh, okay, I see why they got you.
Let me touch on the Steelers thing real quick with Justin Fields, because the reason I was so surprised when you said the 10-1 touchdown to interception ratio is because
and that's rush and pass included.
Rush and pass. Okay, so 10 total touchdowns to 1 interception. Okay.
Yep.
When I've seen, there's maybe 2 Steelers games that I've like seen at least highlights from like front to back, and I've been seeing Justin Fields struggling ish.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I saw he had a bad fumble that kind of lost them a game like a couple weeks ago.
Right. You're probably talking about
it was the joint. I think so, when like he fumbled.
That was a bad game. It was a bad game.
It was a bad game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Little things like this that are like Justin Fields-esque. Like we saw things like that in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking at it like he's a placeholder, but he's a good placeholder to have until Russell Wilson comes back from whatever's going on with him. I didn't know like the extent of his injury or what, but from what I'm understanding, he's good to go now, like 100%, or like was he good to go earlier? But they were like, let's see what Justin Fields can do.
He tweaked his hamstring, so they were like, we're not playing with it.
Yeah.
We this is the beauty of our situation.
Yeah.
We put a Fields in, get Russell right. I'm more so thinking on,
do we mess with the flow?
But then I'm like, all right, if you're gonna mess with the flow, who is Russell today though?
Yeah.
Like that's what I want. I haven't seen it because he got injured. So let's see
injured
who Russell is, because if Russell can be like what he was with Denver, I understand.
Yeah.
Because as much flack as he caught, like last year, he had it was a good season.
Yeah.
Like it was just a lot of noise.
He produced. It was
around
just
that.
a lot of.
He did produce, and then they just said, "We don't need your services. Stop playing." Yeah. So I'll see. We'll see about that, but.
Because I do think to your point,
right.
It's better for offensive production. I do think
that's why they're making
Justin Fields is like Justin Fields.
I just hope he's
someone who produces by mistake in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like he catches the defense off guard because he's just like so unconventional. He's not just gonna drop back and throw a bomb. He's gonna drop back and it's gonna break down and then he's gonna make something happen. Like it don't flow very like offense don't flow naturally when he's in there.
The one thing I'll say for him is I hope he do keep his head up and composure because this is your team for the future, bro. You are the guy.
Russell Wilson
so just
is
learn. Try to
thing.
You know, Russell is Super Bowl champ, and there
he's
are
a short-term play.
I do
like
believe
he's here for the short term.
It was literally made just to be placed. He's really the placeholder, bro.
Yeah.
They're just trying to give him his spot back,
and,
just so you can kind of learn.
And they're trying
real
to
quick.
see what they can do with him this year.
Yeah.
Like that's why we got him to see what we can do with him.
100%. It's just I do hear the we're 4-2, and I mean Justin's doing.
Yeah.
I hear that, but. Yeah. You gotta like kind of maximize.
But
You're
also
not trying to just be like, we're trying to be average. We're trying to be like,
yo. You need a gunslinger that can get George Pickens the ball, bro. George Pickens is too much of a monster to be having like somebody who can't really get him the ball.
I would try to even get DJ back, man. You just gave him a fucking penalty, you're not doing nothing. Like,
bring him
back, bro. Get him back. Like, just bring him back, bro.
But I feel like he was a problem in Pittsburgh. He got like talking wise. He was a problem. If I'm not mistaken,
it was an attitude
unfit.
thing and shit like that. But I mean, I forgot who they got.
Bell?
No, who they got right now? Who we were just talking about.
Pickens.
Pickens also be on some shit too though. So I'm like,
but he's better.
Yeah, I'm like.
I've seen Pickens make too many nasty plays to like. You can talk if you want. You can be that diva receiver if you want for a little bit.
I do think DJ. I think DJ tough too though. But anyway, never mind. I don't want to talk about him. But more so, it's like, yeah, I think the Steelers also realizing that you do have some elite motherfucking quarterbacks in your division, and you need to maximize what you got the team the most. Steelers are 4-2. They're not trying to be like, I don't know if we'll win this year. We're 4-2. Like we have to keep trying.
On the gas.
So we have to put Russell in if that's gonna think we're gonna make us do better. So I hear it. So, but I am watching. It's interesting, and I don't have too much to say about this team, but shout out my fucking Bucks, because goddamn, like Baker is really,
bro.
He's really
what's funny?
Man.
I'm not gonna lie.
And even last week, like again, this is Baker. This is Baker.
They almost scared me.
This is key Baker, right?
Three
picks in a second quarter
alone.
Second half, 4 touchdowns, whistling the game, and fucking.
Bro, I was watching that game
and bust them.
I was watching that game like a hawk because
this is a fucking game. This is what you see what you're made of. I love that.
Those are the kind of games that you like to win, being on the winning end of, because it did look ugly for them. Like, first of all, they went up 14-0. They went up 14-0. Then they went down 28 to something, like 28-21 or something like that. And I'm looking at, because I almost put them in a parlay as well. And I was like, 50 on them.
What?
I don't think I never thought I would see a Baker Mayfield led offense score 50. Well, the defense also scored, I believe, and I think the special teams also scored. But, still, you know what I'm saying? Right. I never thought I'd see a team led by Baker Mayfield score 50 points.
Is like, them motherfuckers believe in him. That morale is up.
No, I'm starting to come around. I'm not a Baker disbeliever no more.
He been the reason is I'm like, look, bro, when you go through that fucking adversity and trials and tribulations, how do you respond? And he responded right. Like last year, he responded right, and I was like, that always me. I'm like, bro, you could have been out of this league. Yeah. It was very easy. Same thing with Darnold. Yeah. It was very easy for y'all niggas.
He was giving me Baker low key. Low key. It's gonna be a bit of a stretch, but just feel where I'm going with this. He was giving me Johnny Manziel vibes.
No,
he was giving me Johnny Manziel. I'm glad he didn't go like off the deep end like Johnny Manziel did. But I was getting that kind of like undersized quarterback. Like he got to the NFL because he made magic in college. I don't think you're gonna make that magic in the NFL. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I was thinking of him.
He makes shit happen with his feet too, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I done seen Baker drop people with his
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, what?
That's what I'm saying. Like I was like, you're not gonna. I was like, you're only gonna get so far with that in the NFL, but he's still here. He'll drop his shoulder.
I'm like, bro, this is my quarterback. Let's go. I never thought I'd say that. This is my quarterback.
No, that's funny.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah, and on the NBA side of things, like that shit's starting to pick up now with preseason is in like full effect. You know what I'm saying?
Regular season
starts on the 22nd.
October 22nd. Cannot fucking wait, man. You any teams you looking interested in? Never mind favorites.
No, facts. Of course. It's so funny because it's so funny that you say that, because at this stage in life, when people ask me about my favorite basketball team, obviously it's the Wizards. Like I'm just a home team loyalist, but with basketball, it's always been I want to see what teams do. Like I'm not invested emotionally in any team I just want to see what they do. Right. You know what I'm saying? Based on who they have and stuff like that. So as far as teams I'm interested in seeing, I'm definitely interested in seeing the Mavericks for one. Okay. I want to see what that they got a 7'5" dude.
Yeah, I saw that.
Playing in the preseason going crazy.
Very, very interesting.
I did not even know who this kid was until I'm seeing like highlights of him. I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
To join up with Lively
Evie. No. I'm talking about Mavericks. I'm talking about the Grizzlies with Mavericks, but with Lively and what's the other cousin name?
Wizards. I forgot his name.
Gafford.
Yeah, I like that. I like that,
bro. They got big down there, and then even just having Luka. That's a, you know what I'm saying. Like that's a big team.
Like
you know what I'm saying? It's a big team. Klay Thompson addition is crazy. So I'm interested in seeing what happens over there. I'm also interested in seeing how OKC what they do this year. You know what I'm saying? Alex Caruso, Hartenstein.
He's out 5 to 6 weeks, so
okay,
just to start the season. It's okay. But you don't like it.
Still don't like. You don't like it.
But to your point, I agree with you. I do think
the NBA season is a long one. That's what's good about it. It's kind of like the MLB. Like it's long, so it's like you don't gotta rush nothing. You know what I'm saying? NFL is 16 weeks. Every week matters, damn near.
I do think OKC has finals
potential. Really?
Yeah, 100%, man. That's it.
Really?
Yeah, it's built. It's built.
If we don't hit the finals,
Caruso
it's a disappointment.
That is the oldest player. Like Caruso was such a great pickup for the perimeter.
It's a great pickup for perimeter D. But I feel like
all you need is it's more so you have the players. You're trusting their development.
I just caught myself, and here's why. Because I was gonna say I've always thought that playoff experience was very important, but I feel like the Minnesota Timberwolves debunked that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like last year they 100%. They got to the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference Finals. I'm thinking they got to the finals, but still, you know what I'm saying? Everyone on that team had no experience. So I do feel like as long as you have the talent and you have a well-constructed team, which I think OKC does have, I could see finals in the picture. I thought that was I'm looking for a deep playoff run from them, not necessarily.
They're going deep. They're going deep, bro. Bank it. Shea got a 3-ball now.
Yeah,
Shea, he changed his form. He's that shit quick off the 3. I'm like, Chet, that is year 2 Chet. Very interesting. Like I know Victor gonna go crazy.
Yeah,
but Spurs not really playing for anything.
No,
Chet's next development. I want to see what that looks like. You got Hartenstein, so you got yourselves a center. You added the Caruso and everybody else's development. I do think Jalen Williams takes another step. Takes another step. Then you got Lou Dort. Like, y'all got every facet covered, man. Just ball. Yeah. Just ball. The Hartenstein was key, though. That shit was fucking key.
Hartenstein
he's a passing center. That
Caruso,
does
those two pickups were amazing
this
offseason.
Yes, man. I can't even... It's huge for them. They didn't need no star. They just needed key parts.
Yeah, and I'm also interested. I am interested in seeing
Grizzlies. I'm very interested in them.
Yeah.
People forget.
What's going on with
forget
Ja
Morant? People forget they was just in the fucking playoffs.
What's going on with Ja Morant?
He's good. He's ready.
Yeah, he's good.
He's ready. Ready to go.
Because remember the last time I said I thought I saw he got like an ankle injury or something like that.
He tweaked in the preseason or something.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check up on that, but I don't think it's too serious. I think they'll be good to go. But I think the Grizzlies are actually very interesting because Edie is a big boy. I've been seeing some highlights, man. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
And with, they had Jaren Jackson kind of helping out with this little 5-roll and shit. They're not small no more.
Yeah, facts.
And Desmond Bane and Ja Morant is still one of the best backcourts in the league.
Yeah.
That is serious. And I think Ja Morant is really out. I think that he's really
out
to
for
prove
blood.
something, man. You got a lot of shit.
I gotta see
from the gun shit, and then when he came back off your suspension.
Not to say I don't believe in Ja Morant.
He cooked on the suspension and then injury done out for the year, and I was like,
after the suspension, he came back cooking. He came back cooking. I think he hit a game winner in this first game.
Bro, he's gonna be on a mission. And the Grizzlies, the one thing I'll say, what's so interesting about them, their whole bench played last year.
Yeah,
their bench were their starters for the whole. There was at a point when Morant was out and then Bane was out. They said, we're just everybody out. Jaren Jackson was the only dude that was still balling.
Yeah.
So that means their fucking bench players, their bench rotation is going to be no drop off. It's going to be really good. So I'm very curious at that. Another team that's also, I'm very curious, and it's still cooking. DeMar DeRozan is on the Kings now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was needed.
That is crazy.
It wasn't. It's not enough though, but it was needed to me. So now I think the Kings kind of get back.
It's not enough. What else do they need?
This is what I think. Now the Kings, they're back into we can score at anybody again.
That's what I'm saying.
They can run up. Because, but I'm still looking at. But I still look at them though. Defensively, I'm like, you're still gonna go the score it up. I'm not looking at. There's no like niggas that's strapping on your team crazy, but they're trying to make one more move, and they're trying to add either Zach LaVine or Brandon Ingram. And now I said, ooh.
Bringing Zach LaVine
or
over
Brandon Ingram
when he was just with DeMar DeRozan is crazy.
Yeah. So that, I mean, there's a little chemistry to that, and I don't know if you've seen Zach LaVine, bro. He's been working, man. For one, the things I'm saying, that dude is strong as shit. He like everything, swole. And he be like, I'll be like. Oh, for real? And his 3-ball is like cash. And so I'm like, okay. Because when I look at the Kings, man, I look at niggas that I know on the stats to look great. Like, I like De'Aaron Fox a lot.
De'Aaron Fox is a monster.
He's a monster.
And he's like that kind of guy that can close.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? He can close. Like I've seen him. I've seen it. I think he led the league in fourth quarter scoring.
I don't know.
Maybe not last year, but 2 years ago.
Yeah. But there was a drop off last year, and the one thing I was saying is, first half of last year, he was going crazy.
Yeah.
Second half, don't know what happened. There was a crazy drop off.
Yeah.
And Sabonis is so important to that team. Like, niggas could even argue he's the most important player on that team. Not even
I think he still is.
And I think if they make that move, though, the LaVine or the Ingram, I think a dude like Keegan is gone. Because as much as I like a dude like Keegan Murray, they kind of been waiting on him to be the third. And obviously, with these moves made, you see it's kind of like they're not waiting on you anymore. But you are still an asset.
But a
team would take a Keegan.
Yeah.
So he'll be moved. He'll be moved if they get one of them. Brandon Ingram or that, Keegan will be the player. Because a team is going to be like, I want Keegan.
You can get something.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to keep him if y'all trying to. And they still got Malik.
But then they
still got Horter.
Yeah.
They still like. I'm
looking at somebody like Keegan Murray. Like, you don't need him.
You don't.
If you don't. I'm not saying you don't need him. I'm saying, like, if you have all those scoring options, you don't need him to be a scorer. You just kind of need him for his size.
But that's the thing, though. That's kind of like his thing, though. So you might as well like that's his thing. And it's like, but you're streaky. Like that is your best asset, but you still don't be dropping it every night. Yeah. That's why we can't play.
Harrison Barnes still over there?
He got moved. Finally.
Okay.
Yeah, he got moved.
Where does he play?
I can't remember, but I was so shocked he was there that long. Harrison must have great relationships.
He builds
them. Yeah, because he just stays on teams.
He's still in the league. Like I'm like Harrison Barnes moving around. Yeah,
for sure. So,
but I do think the Kings are interesting.
Interesting team.
They are interesting. I'm looking at
Cavs and the Magic too.
Yeah.
Magic, bro. Do you know how big the Magic? After Jalen Suggs, that fucking lineup is 6'8" and above.
For real.
You have Paolo Banchero at 6'9". You got Franz Wagner, same fucking height. His brother Mo Wagner, the fucking center, and then you got
the young dude. Wendell
Carter.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, it's a
big team.
It's a big ass team, and then you still got players on the bench. You got your Cole Anthony's. You got your who was the tall dude? I forgot that. He's like the pastor dude. I forgot Isaiah something. But anyways, the Magic, and I love the fact they got playoff. Like the playoffs was new for y'all, so that was a win for y'all. Y'all weren't expected to do anything, but now that y'all got that, everybody on that team young and they developing. So this is a team I'm just like I keep an eye out for y'all.
But with that. You don't want to see not resting on your laurels, but like
I think they got to keep on. You got to be hungry. No, it's up and up. It's a process. It's kind of like the Thunder. Like the Thunder over these past couple of years, I've liked them. I didn't even think last year they were finals ready. This year I'm like, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen it built over the past 3 years. I like it.
Yeah.
Magic, I just think it's a good thing. And I think it's going to be fun. I think they're going to be – it's going to be – defensively, it's going to be hell for a lot of people.
You know what I haven't heard shit about this offseason? The Clippers. Are they cooked?
Kawhi is cooked. Kawhi is cooked. He's out indefinitely. So that just came out today. Yeah, you see your fucking face? Yeah, what? Bro. I was like,
out indefinitely?
I rolled my eyes. knee inflammation. He will not play at the start of the season. He got knee inflammation.
Oh,
so
what? But it definitely is crazy.
Yeah. It definitely means we don't know. So I'm like, damn.
That means don't expect to see him again until we hear otherwise.
Damn,
like, what are you talking about?
Bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what does indefinitely mean? Remember when Draymond Green got suspended indefinitely? We're talking about just retire. Like, we thought we would never see him on the court again.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'm gonna tell you what, though.
It definitely is crazy.
I'm gonna tell you about the Clippers, though. They got Kevin Porter Jr. And, I didn't think he'd even find himself back in the league, but he's on the team.
What happened to Kevin Porter Jr.?
He beat his girl up. Kiersey Gondrich.
This was
like
the nigga that played in Houston.
Yeah. He should beat her up.
He wasn't in Houston last year?
Nah, he was fucking playing in Greece.
Who was balling all?
He was playing in Greece trying to fucking make his way back.
Yeah. Who was balling out for? Jalen Green was balling for Houston last year. Yeah. That's crazy. Because I used to get them two confused because they were both just like young niggas that would just gun. They would just gun.
And Kevin Porter, though, like, he's tough.
Yeah.
He's a tough player because, one, you got him for dirt cheap because he can't demand nothing. So you got them on the contract.
If Michael Bridges made his way back to the NBA, there's
you talk about
Miles Bridges.
I was like, chill out, Mikhail. Let's not put that on. Let's not put that dirt on.
Miles Bridges, my bad. If he made his way back to the NBA, then anybody.
No, I mean, they're both in the same boat. Y'all lucky. Y'all lucky. Y'all both here still. Yeah, for sure. But I think Kevin Porter's like, he ain't no scrub. And he's young as fuck. So I think I'm like,
so now he's on the Clippers.
He's a real player. Two, they had this is the one thing about James. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Paul George, not even as big as a loss. I think addition by subtraction shit. Paul George a great player and shit, but he can get out of here. For that was his worst. You remember how I was saying I remember we had a little back and forth. I didn't like that stint for Paul George, especially last season, and he was injured a lot too. Go be with the Sixers. Be a third option for them. You'll probably be more effective there. Here, I think I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think James Harden has caught the short end of the stick for the past couple of seasons in terms of like how people feel about him and his game. I really do think James Harden catch a bad rap. I think he does what the fuck the team wants him to do. Without
Kawhi and Paul George in the way.
Not him doing what the fuck he can do. I'm doing what the fuck y'all asking me. I'm not scoring buckets because I can't no more. I do think James Harden, we do see somewhat of a nigga, I'm back on that shit. I'm back on that shit. Like, I'm scoring. Kawhi gone. Paul not there. You have to score, James. Go back in your bag. And he was saying that. He's like, this offseason he's been saying like, y'all keep asking me how the game has changed. I'm the one who that he changed the game for. I changed the game. Nigga, he keeps saying like, I don't know why y'all get. So there's nothing about him that's washed to me. He just has to be healthy.
What was that, like 2014 to 2018? What was his Houston years? Like James Harden,
bro. And
that was crazy. Like that was crazy. You know,
even with the Sixers, bro, 21-11. Like, what are we? Because you the scorer, bro. I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm not taking.
He was a different James. He was
Nets,
not Houston.
KD,
you know what
Kyrie.
I'm saying?
I'm not scoring here. I'm not doing it. And then Clippers. All of these niggas. I'm not scoring.
And then I used to. It was crazy because like we was talking about favorite teams a second ago when OKC was. When they were like my favorite team, when they had Russell, KD, and James,
right?
Bro, I used to see James Harden come off the bench and cook. I hadn't seen anything like that since like I was a big Kings fan when I was young.
$4 million.
Since like Bobby Jackson coming off the bench and just cooking type shit. I'm like, damn, like James. I used to love James Harden with the OKC, and then when he went to Houston, I was like, oh, like this is what they were kind of stifling when he was coming off the bench in OKC. You know what I'm saying?
This is why I'm like, shout out to James. He was cool with that position.
He's a shapeshifter. He can be what he wants to be.
He was cool with being that to them.
Yeah.
They didn't give him the $4 million. Rockets said, we see what he's capable of. We'll give you the money.
Yeah.
And then James Harden was literally like, thank you for believing in me. Watch this.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to make his name, and now
like
niggas know who the fuck Harden is.
Did he win an MVP?
And he changed the fucking game. Yeah, he won one.
He did win
yeah,
MVP?
He won one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That season when he had a 60-point triple-double. Like, bro, he was really like. And then I forgot who a player on that team actually came out earlier in this offseason too. They're like, I don't think I forgot what his name was. He's like, I don't think we'll ever see what we saw when James Harden did a couple years back on the Rockets. He's like, yeah, I don't understand. He's like, I was on that team. The way these teams were game planning for him, it was 2-3 people on him, and he just did it he's like, they couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
They literally couldn't stop it. There's no game plan for that.
Yeah.
And again, I just think with Harden, he just has to be healthy. That hamstring
and I feel like his handles is underrated too. Like Harden is
you think
made up.
Yeah,
well, I mean not underrated, but like people talk. You always hear about
steal it.
Curry,
it's on a yo-yo.
Steph Curry. People, I don't hear James Harden's name when people talk about best handles.
The thing about Harden is he make a move. He don't play with it too much like he used to.
I feel like that's part of
it's
it.
Like a Luka
he
thing,
moves kind of slow, as if he
think I'm slow if you want. It looked like that.
Yeah. And then he had those chubby allegations that overweight, like the out of shape. He's always dodging the out of shape allegations.
And then because he know like again, Harden is so funny.
He's playing a mental game. He's playing a mental game. He's like, I want y'all to think I'm out of shape. I want that to be out there.
Give him a month, nigga. Rips.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Like he know what he's doing.
Nah, that's crazy.
But the one thing I say though, that Wade shit did, I think, contribute to the like him let himself go. I do think that kind of gave way to some injury problems though. So it's like, I know you got what you wanted. Yeah. You always get what you want, James.
I'm weak.
You forced your way out of there. Got your way out of Nets. Got your way out of Sixers. Like you get what you want,
bro. He could be his own agent.
You
for real.
get what you want.
He
could
be his own agent,
but
bro.
I say that to say, look, I don't think the Clippers are making noise or anything like that, but I don't think they fell off the map by no means. By no means. I do think Norman Powell Norman Powell's actually great, even though I love him as a six man. He's gonna start now because of Kawhi. He's gonna be starting, and I love him coming on to spark off the bench. But he is Norman Powell is like one of the best six mans I've seen in the past recent years. That nigga comes in and drops. That is what he does. Yeah. Also, even sound like a dude like Terrence Mann. His role was minimized last year because of all the motherfuckers you had. He could not get loose, and now. It's back, you know what I'm saying? He's young and he's been developing. I think it's good too. I think Zubac is actually one of the top centers in the league.
Really?
And not on some. We know the niggas he's not better
from
than.
Like
we
what he can do, from what he as far as like outside of
what a center,
Embiid, outside of Jokic, outside of
Anthony Davis,
Antetokounmpo, stuff like that.
He's literally the next level in terms of bro. He's super efficient.
Like in that Hartenstein world, he's like the top of that. He's the top of that world.
And I think. To have niggas at like 7'1", 7'2", that big and all that, because I don't know if you peep it, the league is kind of coming back to you need a center.
That strong one.
That small ball shit like the Warriors did. People kind of figured it out, and that we kind of out of that era. Everybody going back to you need a real five.
That like
if he can stretch
the court center. It's
exactly.
You need a dude that can dominate the post.
Exactly. You need it now because everybody has giants now.
Yeah.
Who do you have for your Jokic? Who do you have for your Cat? Who do you have for these niggas? Niggas got big boys. If you don't have anything, you at a disadvantage off top. They don't need to be fucking skilled. Like you need a big body on their big body, or else they're gonna eat all night.
Yeah.
You know. So and you need niggas to second guess just coming in the paint.
Yeah.
You know, if they're little nigga like Draymond Green is not playing the 5 for these niggas anymore. You know what I'm saying? He was. He was in them championship runs. Now. No, niggas don't care about intimidation.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm bigger than you.
Who is playing the 5 for them? Wiseman?
No. Wiseman's been.
I said Wiseman. Kuminga? Kuminga's not a center.
Kuminga, the funny thing is Kuminga might be moved because in the current roster situation, they have him playing the 3. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how well he does at the 3 position.
Yeah.
Because, his shot's a little streaky.
I want to talk about the Celtics though, because I've been hearing everybody talking about how
they're still the most built. They're still the most perfectly built team.
Well,
man.
people are like,
I think
people are feeling like
catching a shit.
That's what I was literally about to say.
Tatum's been catching it. I won't lie. As a nigga that don't really like the Celtics, he has been.
Why? Like, what is it? Like, they just won the championship. Like, why are people kind of? I'm not going to say sleeping. Is it because he didn't do anything in the Olympics? Like, what is it? And then Jaylen Brown didn't even make the Olympics. Like, I feel like the Celtics are being looked at as not the favorite. I don't know. I don't know if they're the favorite on the books. You know what I'm saying? But like on the sports books, I don't know if they have them as the favorite to win the championship. But they're not being slept on?
No, they're not slept on at all.
Yeah.
I'm more so thinking, this is how I think. I'm thinking that, I think we may all come to regret how much flack we've been giving Tatum this year. Because Tatum might very well have an MVP year. He may
Hasn't he always been in the MVP talks?
Yeah, but never serious contention.
Yeah.
Always like top 5 and then weighing out.
And then
Never
out.
top 3 finish. But the reason why I said that is because if there was any, I was like, if there's any other time, I don't remember like in recent memory where a team fucking won the finals and niggas gave a nigga a battery in his back still. The way the Olympics panned out, not playing at all.
Not winning the finals
Hearing
MVP.
everybody say JB's, that's his team.
Finals
it's
MVP.
Not Tatum. And I'm like, look, bro, this new era of players, I wish sometimes they didn't look at their phones as much because social media is fake.
Yeah.
The opinions that all of us that we share and all that shit fake because
and
everybody in the league knows that Tatum is a fucking dog top tier.
And I feel like I would just
you know,
to add to the whole social media thing, I feel like people go on there and make blasphemous statements just to spark a debate.
Because
you know what I'm
these
saying?
players, they're not Teflon. They
Yeah.
really do be. It be fucking with them as with these new era niggas.
Yeah.
It be fucking with them.
But also, we're in a different era in the sense that a team isn't gonna have one guy. A team needs 2-3 guys like who can be the guy on their team to even get there.
And
you know what I'm saying?
that's what Tatum would have told you. Tatum literally was saying, I mean, I know y'all want to see me average 30 and da-da-da.
Yeah.
He's like, do y'all, like, look at my team.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that. Like, I don't have to do that. I'm playing winning basketball.
Yeah.
And my winning basketball is still 27, 9, and fucking 4 5 a game.
Yeah.
What are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, Tatum, da-da-da. So, I do think Tatum is going to, I think the Celtics going to come in the league spanking niggas. I don't know if niggas has seen Jaylen Brown in the offseason. This nigga's huge. Yeah. He put like 10 pounds more a month. This nigga's already big. I'm like, bro, y'all really made these niggas on some, we're going to run it back to back. Like, I don't think they're going to be complacent. I think Celtics, again, they're still the best team in the league. As much as I don't like to say that, they are the best team in the league. Because top to bottom, there is no fucking, there's no weakness.
Yeah. I think they do that every year.
And
though.
fucking Drew
Like,
Holiday,
I'll
bro.
even say,
Like, what? Drew and Porzingis coming back healthy. Both year 2 for these niggas.
last year,
it's hell, bro.
They did the last year. They were running through niggas. in the
Running
regular
through
season,
niggas,
too.
but we didn't
You know what I'm
believe
saying?
it, and we gave them bullshit
Because
they,
the year before they ran through niggas in the regular season. That's what I'm saying.
Butler
They
got
always
the fuck out of there.
They always
you know?
run through niggas in the regular. The regular season is easiest to work for them.
Now we're not. Now we're not ha-haing them.
Yeah, 'cause
Nobody
they
doing
finished
that
the
no
job.
more.
'Cause
Y'all
they
as
finished the job.
champions. I respect it. I respect it.
I definitely see them running. I definitely see them having 30 Ws and probably probably finish with the best record.
I will say though, y'all, we're definitely lucky for seeing the Mavericks though, because I don't think that was a foregone conclusion if another team got there. I just think that matchup favored them. Mm-hmm. If it was a Wolves or a Nuggets finals, it would have been very interesting. We would have got a game 6.
But
game
even
7, you know?
the Mavs this year might be a better matchup for the Celtics. That's why they went and got that 7-5 nigga. Like,
100%.
You know what
but
I'm
I'm like, yo, Mavs, guess what? You're not flying. You're not flying under anybody's radar.
You might
this
not
year.
get back there.
Niggas is like, niggas gonna play them like these niggas went to the finals.
Yeah, right.
Now, I'll tell you right now, bro, because I think it definitely needs to be said. I don't give a fuck, even as a Lakers fan. Last year was an anomaly. Niggas need to watch out for the Suns. That's all I'm gonna say. That team, that year they did last year, that was bullshit. That was bullshit. Just, I don't know what it was. Injuries and all that shit. Now you got Budenholzer.
Nigga, there was no depth over there. Yeah. There was no big man over there.
And the rookie, the rookie that they got too. Who? Oh my God, Ryan Dunn. Oh my God, 6'9", hitting threes. The biggest thing is his defense. Oh my, he is like lockdown perimeter D. This nigga, I seen him in the offseason. Steal a ball, come down right to the 3. Cash. I was like, who's this? No. I was like, no. Who's this? Who is this
Ryan
guy?
Dunn, you said?
Oh
That's
my,
his name,
bro,
Ryan
check
Dunn?
him
I've never heard
out.
of this nigga.
They literally said most impressive rookie in the preseason.
Really?
And this is what I'm saying, man. A Durant and Booker, I'm still that duo.
But nigga, that's still all it. Oh no, Bill
and Bradley
over there.
Beal missed 40 games, bro.
Yeah,
that's
but
huge.
the whole thing was that they gave up everybody for those two guys. They have no depth.
Yeah, but
have they added depth? Have they added size?
They added Bobo to the end of last. I think, to be honest, bro, I think the team that they made them little, like they got Royce O'Neal, they got the Dunn. I think Bobo's gonna be featured in the offense more. They might have got somebody. This is the key. The key pickup.
What's the key pickup?
Tyus Jones, bro. They didn't have a point guard. Like, I think niggas don't understand that because Devin Booker is capable of playing point guard. That's not how you get the best Booker. He is a 2. He scores. If Booker has to be responsible for getting KD and Beal the ball, You're literally not using me for what the fuck I do. A
So
nigga
you
like
put KD at the 4 and Brad Beal
KD's
at the 3.
Exactly. Yep.
And who
and
at-
fucking
and
and
who
but
at
Devin Booker,
5?
Tyus Jones is starting, and Nurkic.
Who at 5?
Nurkic is
Oh,
the
Nurkic,
5.
I'm
No,
tripping,
like
yeah.
the Suns is literally, even if they had a Chris Paul last year, it would have been it would have made a world of difference because you would have had somebody getting niggas the fucking ball. Tyus Jones had the best assist to turnover ratio of the past 2 years in the league. That's a real point guard. I think the Suns are going to shock motherfuckers this year, bro. I truly think, because last year they were literally out of the playoffs and had to fight their way
facts.
in and scrap.
They better
That
shock
team is
niggas.
better than
Niggas
that.
aren't.
That team is better than that,
I would
man.
say.
Yeah,
I would say they better
watch out
shock
for them.
niggas because niggas aren't checking for it. At least
Nah.
not. I mean,
And that's good.
and
Hey, if they're not, that's even better for
it's
them.
a crazy statement to say that with a
Even
team
better
with
for
Kevin
them.
Durant on it. You know what I'm saying? A team with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker on it. But I feel like just. I heard Mark Cuban say something on where did I see Mark Cuban? He was on First Take.
Shay?
He was on First Take. No, he was on First
He
Take.
was on Shannon's joint First Take.
Yeah,
last
he
week.
was. But he said how teams now versus teams like, let's say 10, 15 years ago, like kind of like what we said earlier, like teams are way more stacked. There's like way more teams that have like the amount of talent on any given team is way more. It's more vast. Like there's way more talent on like any given team now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there is no like top team. You know what I'm saying? Or there's no. It's kind of hard to even say who like the top players on a team are. Kind of like what we're saying. Kind of like what we're saying with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and all this type of stuff. Like there's so many superstars in the NBA now. So when I'm looking at the Phoenix Suns, yeah, they got, let's say 2 and a possible as far as superstars. You know what I'm saying? But there's teams.
Bill not no superstar, but he's a star.
Okay. I'm not saying that he was. I'm not saying that he is. But I'm saying like when he was on the Wizards,
a healthy Bill is a problem. That's all I'll say. A healthy Bill. He has not been healthy for 3. So like when I think about the Suns, I think of more so like yeah, bro. I'm thinking about durability and niggas and shit like that. Yeah. That's a real thing because Bill has now. It's been 3-4 years where he just be fucking hurt.
Yeah.
And he's playing half seasons.
Yeah.
Let these niggas get some chemistry with a fucking point. And I think rarely, it's rare where I think the fucking coach was actually the best pickup. I think getting Budenholzer was great.
That coached the Bucks.
Huge,
he's a great coach.
That is so big for them niggas. He should have never even lost that job.
And didn't Darvingham but go back to the Bucks?
He's with the Bucks.
Yeah,
he's assistant coach.
That's
exactly.
That's a good
and
too.
I definitely see that transition happening too. You know, if Doc not know, it ain't just
him becoming the head.
He would definitely be the head coach. Quickly.
No, but I want to finish what I was saying as far as the superstar thing. Like I do think that there's so many teams that got so many other that are just better put together than the Suns. That's kind of why I'm like, yeah, they're kind of flying under my radar.
I'm more so
100%.
I feel you in terms of like last season, but now it's kind of a new season, and I'm like, yeah, I'm more so saying, yeah, sleep on the Suns, like sleep on them. Nobody checking for them, sleep on them. They will cook. That's how I'm starting to say, yeah, nobody checking for them because to your point, you can only really name the top 2-3 teams of each conference. After that, the next 5 slots.
It's a fight. It's a fight.
And I love that.
It's a fight.
I love that.
Yeah.
We're good. And the play-ins. It's going to be really fucking fun to watch ball this year. We might even have
Mark
a team
Cuban
like,
was saying how like a team that has Dirk Nowitzki, just by having him, could win 60 games back then. You know what I'm saying? Like now you can't just have one superstar, 2 superstars. You know what I'm saying? And it's rare a team if they have 2 or 3 superstars will win 60 games because there's so many teams that are so good. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But and as far as like under the radar sleeper, maybe not like on anybody's radar teams. Too. I was gonna say, what do the Rockets do this offseason?
The thing about the Rockets, the Rockets they didn't do. It's just they made their moves last season. Now it's grow with your players. Rockets have again. It's the conference. I like what the fuck the Rockets are doing a lot. I ain't gonna lie. What's the fucking center?
Sengun.
Sengun and Jalen Green. Y'all gonna have to take another leap though.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have to take another leap. so niggas don't think about making
Not
a move
just on
for a
some-
superstar.
Not just
there's
on
not
some,
a superstar yet.
Not just on some like Jalen Green go out here and score 40 points tonight and then tomorrow
No,
score
like
20.
no, like Jalen,
You know what I'm
you,
saying?
need to average like 25.
Yeah,
we need that.
And,
we need to, and Sengun,
we
you
need
to be
some
healthy.
defense. You don't just try to go out there and outscore everybody.
Yeah, Sengun do what you do. Just he got injured. Sengun was the one doing it. Jalen Green, I felt, took a little. He had to find out where he fit in that because now Van Vliet is the main ball, but he's not a ball. He's just here to distribute the shit. And I like that. And I think again how I like Budenholzer was the biggest pickup for the Suns this offseason. Ime was the biggest pickup for Rockets last season. Changed the culture. That it got them boys on the right shit. I think they're interesting. I think they're fun. I think they could potentially fight for a plan. Again, it's just too tough. The West is tough. Hell.
It is
because Pelicans added fucking DeJounte Murray. Like, you know, that's tough, man. And fucking Herb Jones is literally like one of the best defenders. They got Herb Jones playing the 5. I don't know
no
why.
Way.
Yeah, I don't know. They said that Herb Jones will be playing.
Valanciunas ain't there no more?
Nah, he's gone.
Where'd he go?
He's on the Wizards, but I think somebody's trying to buy him out. He's not gonna stay there.
Because they got Alex Starr. Or Alex Starr.
I need a Lakers.
It's a small Alex Starr. I know he's a rookie, but he is kind of like I saw him the other day.
What's good with him? I don't know. I'm just waiting for the season.
I don't
he was
know.
really a random pickup. I ain't gonna lie,
bro.
I don't know. And
I
the
saw,
Hawks dude. The Hawks person too.
It's
don't know
funny
what's up
because
with them.
what I was gonna say though is that he's like a very like frail center. He's like again one of these like frail centers, which maybe because you know Giannis was frail when he came in, so maybe he fills out. Maybe he fills out.
I used to trick on that. I used to trip on that. KD is the one that disproved me. I was like, I remember KD. I was like, bro, he's getting
KD's offensively is,
it
don't matter. I don't care. Nigga could be, you know what I'm saying? Nigga could be 100 pounds for all I care.
He was the first person because I remember like when he came out of Texas, I was like, bro, he's just.
He's too skinny. And honestly, KD, the reason I remember KD, the reason I remember KD was because, I mean, obviously he balled in college.
Last year, balled, but you're like, bro,
you're so frail.
A lot of bum niggas,
you're so frail.
They took care of you because
but
they
it's
were
like
stronger.
your height helps, but you're so frail. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I remember, and that's one thing I remembered about KD. It's like, dog, like I remember watching him at Texas, and I'm like, damn, like that nigga is skinny. This is before I really knew KD was from the area and all of this.
Victor's already got bigger from last year to this year.
Yeah,
you just gotta look at.
But you're talking about niggas that can shoot. Alex Starr, he missed like his first 18 attempts in the preseason. You know what I'm saying? Like literally went 0 for 13 one game and then like went 1 for 7 the next game or something like that.
I'm more so saying like I feel like I don't put too much weight on that anymore because once you get into the league, it's a whole different regimen. You'll get you'll get bigger. Like you're not gonna be year 3 and they're like, bro, he's still small. You don't hear that. You're gonna get bigger. Like so, it's okay. You're gonna have to just know the game speed. I just want to know what the fuck. He's the first overall pick. Who is he?
I don't know. He
That's
played
all
in France or something?
Yeah. Him and the Hawks guy. I don't know what's good with them.
But the thing about being in Washington,
it's not. I don't like the culture either, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I really don't. I don't like it for him.
It's kind of like being a first round pick and getting drafted to the Detroit, old Detroit Lions or the Cleveland Browns or the Chicago Bears.
To be honest, you don't even got players out. You got to be honest, I look at the Wizards team and I'm like, you got players who are just thinking about themselves.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're just thinking about where we going after this. Like after they where we partying tonight. There's not. They don't care.
You know, I don't like Poole.
Ever since I remember, Poole. I'm done with Poole.
He is an embarrassment.
An embarrassment.
I thought last year he would break out, and it was embarrassment. So if he break out this year, whatever.
What's funny is I like Kyle Kuzma in general, but like he's not somebody that I think is like here to win. Like, especially when I think when they traded Gafford, I think they came out and they asked him like, "Yo, like we'll trade you too," and he was like, "No, I want to be here."
Yeah.
Like what's here?
No.
Like what the fuck is here?
This is the thing. I think Kyle he played himself because he thought the Mavs was somewhere to go to, and then they went to the fucking finals. Yeah. Kuzma.
Wait, you think
I think Kuzma was
the Mavs are a better team than the Wizards.
100%, but I do think, to your point, I think niggas have other motivations. You have to understand, Kyle Kuzma is a champion already, and he got his money. He got a good contract. DC is a nice place.
Yeah.
Maybe he just didn't want to go to Dallas because he doesn't want.
Dallas is a nice place too,
bro. But you have to understand, these players when they're young, you're gonna go from number 1 option to 4th. You cool with that? Mm-hmm. I think Kyle Kuzma basically said to himself, I have a ship. I'm good. I like where I'm at. And then the Mavs were like, say less. We don't want nobody that's talking about they wouldn't want to be here. Yeah. So we won't trade for you. Yeah. And Kuzma probably saying is, yes. Like they won't trade. Because I don't think Kuzma is thinking, all about winning. I do think he wants to be, I want to get the ball. The way you have the rock with the Wizards is not going to be what it is with the Mavs. It is Luka and Kyrie. You get open and you get that fucking ball. That's how that shit go. Yeah. That's why they got Clay. Clay is to catch and shoot. Yeah. You have to surround that much. You have to build the team to your strengths. So a dude like Kyle Kuzma was like, I don't think he was mature enough to make that play. Again, I got a ring. I'm not trying to go ring. And I know damn well Kuzma was like, these niggas not going no fucking ship. If he thought that, maybe he did. So let me not say he don't want to win. I don't. Kuzma's like, be a fourth option and like go nowhere.
On a team that
no thanks.
goes home in the first round.
I'll go here. I'm the man here.
Yeah.
So that's to be honest, I really think that's how it went because who the fuck thought Mavericks were going to the playoffs in fucking March, man?
I read that as
to the finals.
I read that as well, kind of like you said. He don't. Well, I read it more as like he didn't care about winning. He cared about being the man on a bad team.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's short. In short, that is what it was.
But you know, I got mixed feelings about it because he's probably our best player right now.
But it's meaningless what he's doing.
It's like on a team where it's like you would rather be here and lose. It kind of makes me feel like I don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want to turn this team into a winner, I don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not here to turn us into a winner. You're here to just continue to lose.
How you think I feel about D'Angelo Russell? Get the fuck off the team. What? How you think I feel about Russell? Get the fuck off the team.
But the Lakers win more than the Wizards do. They made the playoffs.
Yeah, but I'm more so saying like sometimes players could give you a vibe where you're like, I don't give a fuck.
You know you don't care about winning. You care about like
get
how
out of
you
here,
look.
man. I don't know. Like I remember the third quarter of one of the games, this nigga just checked out and he's on his phone. And I was like, is this real?
Yeah.
Yo, why is the huddle there and this nigga on his phone? Get this nigga out of here. Yo, like nah. Oh, that shit really blew me, bro. Like so. Yeah, so that's how I feel about the Wizards. I think it's going to be a really bad year. But you know what, bro, that we do need to do?
What?
We need to buy tickets and we need to go to games.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be fucking great-ass fucking prices.
I'm about to say they're going to be dirt cheap.
You know, one thing I keep saying is
you got to think about who do you want to see? You want to see Jason Tatum, so see him when he comes to town. You want to see LeBron James,
I want to see a lot of teams. That's what's so lit.
Yeah,
I want to see a lot of these motherfuckers, and to be honest.
Even like, okay, I feel like a team like OKC could go under the radar because it's really the teams that got like super-duper. So not to say Shea isn't a superstar, but he's not like I mean, probably he is a household name at this point.
Shea is a household
name. Yeah. But I'm trying to think of those teams that got like low-key superstars that aren't like they're nice ballers, so you would appreciate them from a basketball fan standpoint, but not from like they're celebrities. So they're like LeBron James is like a
De'Aaron Fox, right?
De'Aaron Fox, exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Someone like that, or Sengun in them. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like that. It's like. I'm sure there's some players out there that I would want to see.
To be honest, like going to the game is something that I am trying to just incorporate into like, that's what I do.
Into your
like
your life.
That's what I do. I go to the game.
Yeah.
Like I'll be really.
I've always told myself at some point I will become a season ticket holder.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. This might be the year. I don't know. I might have to look. I might have to.
I'm not gonna get a season ticket holder, but like,
you know what I'm saying?
No, facts.
Just might have to look at the number.
When you go to games and you like. Put in your information, they start to reach out to you. You know what I'm saying? So they start to tell you, like, like season tickets. And then 100%. I'm starting to see them commercials. That's how you know they're trying to get rid of these tickets, dog. Because I'm starting to see commercials that I've never seen on stations. I've never seen them before. Like, please buy tickets to the Wizards games. Like, please buy tickets. You know what I'm saying? So them trades probably going. And to me, I've always told myself, too, I don't know the last time you went to a game, but I always tell myself I gotta sit like lower, like I said, like in the 200 and lower level. That's another can't be watching. I can't be watching the TV in the building anymore. Like you know what I'm saying? I might as well watch it at home.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like going to the game, it's mad cool because it's like, yo, put your fit on.
Yeah,
everybody like. Yo, just walk into your seat. It's like a networking session, bro. It's like even after the game, like yo,
yeah. Where's the let out? Like, Chinatown right there. So you get the bars.
It's just a really good vibe. You just really wish that niggas were winners.
Yeah,
then it would really hit
make it
more.
Better. Yeah,
but that's why even I might have to like even. Before the season, niggas might have to go like to Baltimore because Baltimore have real letouts after that Ravens game.
Oh, really?
Be lit. Like in Camden Yards, like it's lit, man. Yeah. Like go to a bar, like it's a good time. Like it's not really like that. Even with the like DC, it's just not like that. We don't. Really
I mean, we play our games in Landover, and there's nothing to do. It's in the middle. There's nothing to do around it. You know what I'm saying?
45 minutes. I'll meet you over there. Like hour. I'll meet you. Like nah, nigga, I'm going home, bro. Like what the fuck?
Once I get out of this parking lot,
this is far
after I get out of this damn parking lot, you know what I'm saying?
Like, bro, bro, it's an hour before I can get out the parking lot, bro.
You know
Yeah, bro, but like, you see, like, culture around it is important.
That would definitely be a move too,
yeah,
bro.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Try to see if we can catch somebody to come on this motherfucker too.
100%, man. Bring my camera and all that.
Somebody in ticket services, like, hey, come sit on the couch and talk about what you do for the team.
That's one of them low key. I underrate how much I actually enjoy just the congregation of people. Like it's like you see
especially
motherfuckers
around sports.
Yeah, I fuck with it, and people be out there. It's like even the shorties, like I just want to look good. You know, it's a thing to do.
Yeah, facts.
It's a thing to do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Bring the shorty to the game. Like it's lit.
That's facts.
Shit lit.
That's facts.
Shorty don't even like fucking basketball. We're like, oh,
Just,
game. Let's go to the game.
That'll get them excited. Though.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
they would love to. They would love to just go.
You know, and I don't blame them.
They don't know what's going on.
It's a good time.
Like, field goal.
Yeah, it's a good time. And come next season too, I'm not gonna lie. I've been watching this WNBA, bro. I've been missing out. I've been missing out, bro. It's lit.
Yeah,
it's lit.
I think the first basketball game I ever went to was the WNBA
bro, like
game.
Yesterday, like fucking Sabrina fucking hit the game fucking winner. Like,
oh really?
Like, bro, I was like, oh my fucking god, this is lit, bro. These ladies really be balling. Like, man, this shit tough. This shit tough, bro.
That's facts.
Yeah.
With that said,
with that said, man, I think we took, this was one of them real sports coverage, man. We got in depth because, we're really passionate about our fucking sports.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, with the type of show that this is, we always like to give you perspectives and insights of things that is happening, things we're interested in. But, this was like that full circle moment because it's the top of the season. Yeah. And we love this shit.
It's so crazy, like how I don't even realize how much of a sports fan I am because I could go.
It make me happy. I be like my mood be. I like talking about this shit, bro.
I love talking about sports because I could go weeks, months without watching anything. You know what I'm saying?
I need a highlight. Just give me a little highlight update. I need a boost. Yeah, a little download.
I could. You know what I'm saying? One morning, just tune in to First Take, tune in to Sports Center, see what niggas is talking about. 100%. You know what I'm saying? 100%. And then that's cool. But once we get into like conversation about like, oh, what's this person doing? Like, what's this team doing? No, that's when I start to get like, oh, I really fuck with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then even thinking about all the players that I was telling you earlier, like, there's motherfuckers just in my head that there's like knowledge in my head that I don't even know was there until we find ourselves in a conversation. And I'm like, oh, like, that's Albert Sengun that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, it's so crazy how this shit just is. It's in my head like it's math or something. You know what I'm saying? Which is 100%. Crazy. But So this was very much a dope conversation.
Yeah, man. Put the parlays in.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. Definitely got to see what's going on FanDuel this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Every so often, it's so crazy because like betting has created a whole nother aspect of sports.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
You got a whole new demographic,
whole new avenue. Yeah,
one thing I've noticed, like, yo, so many shorties watch sports now
because
of the FanDuel.
Because of the FanDuel.
Shorties be on their ticket shit.
It's an interesting way to. It's an interesting way to just like make money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and make casual fans, but
100%.
I feel like from the average consumer, it's an opportunity to try to make some bread. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's big or small or whatever. And it makes the games more, gets you more invested in the games. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this for whatever reason. It's
always something to fucking bond with,
But I do hate to see these stories of niggas like threatening players and like going OD because they didn't hit I hate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even as somebody who's had players like ruin a parlay off of, like, you know what I'm saying, one leg left and like a nigga don't do what I thought he was supposed to do. I would never be in somebody's DMs making like stupid threats or just even taking to Twitter to be like, kill this person, I hate this person. I would never be doing that. That's so stupid to me.
Have some fucking couth. Have some fucking decorum. What is wrong with y'all?
What is wrong with y'all niggas, dog? Y'all are taking it too serious.
To be honest, it's because of motherfuckers like you that niggas like Kevin Durant and shit like that intentionally blow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need that. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest, I hate that because it's like, yo, bro, can y'all insignificant motherfuckers stop acting like niggas is objects? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Let's not do that. Like,
it's so
get your money.
And then
you should be getting money elsewhere.
You'll see clips of people at games like heckling canceling players because they're not doing what they want to do on their
shit,
like, we don't need that. Like that's so
bro.
stupid.
Stop that shit, I hate that. I don't like that. Yeah. No place for
that's,
that.
Yeah, that shit
it
is
is,
stupid.
but it is what it is, right? That's the Pandora's box of gambling.
It is. You know what I'm saying? There's things that happen that you can't control.
Ain't no way you gonna legislate against that. That nigga can say whatever the fuck they want.
Twitter war, the Twitter fingers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
that's why.
But it is annoying to see. That's all I'm saying. That's why I said, like, you know, for what it's worth. I understand that it goes on, and I understand like there's gonna be idiots that engage in that kind of shit.
I'd be like, damn, motherfucker, I just did 1 point.
But I would never take to Twitter or take to social media to like condemn a player. I'm gonna just be like, damn, I should have dropped. You know, I should have just not put him on my joint. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
I learned my lesson. There's niggas I stay away from these days. You know what I'm saying?
But I'll be quick to motherfucker at you if you want me something. You see how it is? Only if it's positive.
Facts.
If it's positive, I'll give you a whole
facts. That's facts. That's facts. But again, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back next week.
Early.